Hello guys, hope you're all doing well. Today is 1 year since I've started these public journal entries. Also, it's week number 51, it's in entirety. I might not even bother talking about it, but first of all, I just wanted to get out of the way. Yeah, unfortunately, I have a very badly timed cold. I remember I just laid down last night and all of a sudden my nose just became completely clogged up, which was annoying, but whatever. I'm not really feeling that Christmassy anyway, so I don't really give a fuck. But it's just annoying for this video because this is 1 year, guys. And yeah, it hasn't been consistent. I went travelling, and then I decided to change the format when I got back. Instead of doing daily, I was doing bi-weekly, and now it's looking more like weekly. But I thought let's just reflect on the year for a bit, okay? I just watched my first video that I ever posted to the public in this format last year, and in the video, I have strayed a little bit from the principles. I said that I was going to try not to rant as much, which is hilarious because probably over 50% of the video now I'm ranting about something. But yeah, God. I said I wanted these videos to hold me accountable. That hasn't exactly worked to plan. I have been honest. I've never come on a video and said, "Oh, I've done this, I've done that," when it actually hasn't been the case. But instead, it's a very embarrassing trail of evidence of I'm not living up to doing what I'm said I was gonna do. Um, yeah. So I don't lie. There's no point in that. But I guess I don't value these videos enough to the point where the idea of making the next entry and not have finished my previous tasks upsets me. So obviously I don't value these enough to the point where it would upset me so much as to the point where I would put more work in, if you know what I mean. Maybe I'm going too deep into it, but yeah, so we got a new mic since last year, up the quality a little bit. Started to get a few views here and there, but I'm thinking that's a bit of a problem actually, and I'm not sure if I'm going to continue these. Um, I would like to make some sort of videos of a certain kind, but I probably wouldn't even do it on this channel. But I would like to do. Oh, it doesn't matter what I'd like to do. I'm not going to talk about that for now. But let's talk about. Let's reflect. Okay, I'm doing it a week early. I'm not waiting for New Year's. I don't give a fuck. So this is a 1 year since I've started doing these public videos. In the last video, I spoke about. It's not the first thing I spoke about, but it's the thing that is embarrassingly at the front of my mind, which is the girl at the restaurant. And I remember in the video I said, I've got a thing for this girl at the restaurant who is in a relationship, and I wish she wasn't, but she is, so I'm going to try and step back. I also said, I don't know why I'm obsessed with girls recently. I wish I could just do my own thing. And I was basically bang on there. I should have continued down that path. I don't want to, you know, doubt for a moment because I know how much I actually like that girl. And I actually went on to go travelling with her, and we didn't really go into a relationship, but we did sleep together quite a lot. And I don't know if any of you guys can fathom. Okay, don't let me be slightly dramatic for a moment. I don't know how many of you can fathom being. I'm gonna be really gay here, but being fucking incredibly attracted, fuck it, in love with somebody, like you have no idea, like insanely attracted to the point where I would have, I would have fucking sacrificed myself for this person. It sounds dramatic, but it's fucking true. Have you ever been so infatuated with one individual, and at certain points it seemed like it would never happen because they're in a relationship and they seem happy, and then next thing you know, you're traveling the world with them, and you're sharing bed with them, you're sleeping with them. The high in your brain, I can't explain. But unfortunately, likewise, the opposite of that, the moments in between, when you're worried about certain things, she might say something that's a bit off, the anxiety, and then eventually when it all comes crumbling down, the depression. Now, was I clinically depressed? No. Was I really fucking sad? Oh, yes. If I had to use analogies like coffee, I would say throughout my life, I've had lattes of sadness, I've had maybe a little cappuccino of sadness, yeah. But this was a fucking double espresso shot of sadness, bruv. And I'm feeling better now for sure. There's still moments, there's still times where I feel sad, but we definitely are getting better. It's nowhere near as bad as it was when I first came back. But I actually have lots of reminders just around me all the time. I have my plane ticket on the way back. That was a crazy story. I haven't even told that story yet. I have a cigar label that for some reason I must have had it in my pocket or something, but I've stapled it to the wall. So when I look up, I can remember when I smoked that cigar on the balcony with her. She was having a cigarette, I was having a cigar. We had a beautiful view, and I was just thinking, this is insane. It's just, oh my god, it was insane. Like, I would love to have. I don't really understand the chemicals in the brain, but I would be very interested to learn about them and then see, like, snapshots of my brain throughout this time period. I bet that I naturally experienced some serious highs that some drugs can maybe replicate if you do a dangerous amount of. Like the highs in my head, oh my god, my friends. So yeah, I smiled a little bit when I heard myself talk about that girl because obviously now a year in the future, I know how that played out. And to be honest, the story is very sad. I haven't even told it in full yet. I said I was going to finish the travelling videos, but to be honest, just recounting the stories just makes me a little bit sad, and it kind of fucking ruins the rest of the day whenever I sit down to do one of those videos. But and now I'm not sure if I'm even going to continue with this channel, so I don't know. I probably will do it and then private all the videos, to be honest. But yeah, until then, until I've made a choice, I'm going to post this publicly. Whatever, doesn't really matter. I'm not getting insane views where I'm like, oh my god, someone's definitely going to know. I'm literally getting like 5 views, but it's just making me slightly uncomfortable. Which is really weird, because it's kind of what I wanted, but I suppose this is very personal to me. Um, but yeah, I think I will carry on making videos on a slightly different topic that isn't so closely related to my life. But yeah, not sure. So yeah, what else did we do this year? I mean, I won't do a full year recap. I'll just touch on the things that I mentioned in the video a year ago now. I said I'd like the idea of playing the Minecraft world. That is true. I've also installed the Chisel and Bits mod, which is pretty awesome. I love building with that. Yeah, also, I'm not working at that restaurant anymore. I'm now working at a new restaurant. I'm now a full waiter. It's just to be honest, it's a little bit embarrassing how long I was a runner for, basically a bus boy, but I'm a waiter now. I get more money, get my tips at the new restaurant, which is cool. Don't have the car anymore. Scrap the car. Um, and what? That's weird. I just got a text at fucking 2:45. Um, yeah, new restaurant. Not doing the property business anymore. I'm now doing my fitness online coaching business, which is brand new. Uh, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about the 1 year anniversary for now. Week 51. Boom. Jiu Jitsu. 11 a.m. Woke up creatine. Not sure if that actually happened. I forgot, but I think it did. No, I'm pretty sure it did actually. I remember I really didn't want to go. Not really been feeling jiu-jitsu recently, but I thought, you know what? How many cool things have I probably missed out on because I haven't gone to training? You know, I'm not just talking about training, but sometimes in the gym, something cool just happens. Like once, this fucking Arab dude gave me £300 because he was going back to the UAE. He was like, "Brother, come here. Actually, no, wait at the desk, please." I was like, "What?" Because at that gym I actually worked at and I was sweeping the mats and everything. He's like, "I be 5 minutes," and he comes back and he gives me 300 quid. I'm like, "Yo, what?" And I was like, "Thank you so much. What do I?" And he was like, "Just because you're a good guy, please carry on what you're doing." I was like, "This guy's amazing. Wow." Um, and then he left, and I DM'd him every now and then, like, "Yo, man, you're amazing. Appreciate you. Cool guy." And of course, many other things too, like lots of opportunities that I wouldn't have had if I wasn't at the gym that day. Um, and I was thinking that I was like, how many of these? If I had an alternate reality where I went to the gym every fucking day I was supposed to, how many cool things would have happened? And the answer is probably a lot. And I literally thought that on the way to the gym today. And this guy, I know him. I know him all like kind of. I guess acquaintance is the right word. I know his name. I've been training in the same room as him for about a year. Never really had a sit down conversation with him, but we're on first name basis. I think he's a cool guy. Um, and then there's no. I mean, yes, there's two. There's odd numbers. So he says to me, and me arriving slightly late, I might add. Me arriving slightly late makes it even. And he's like, "Oh, yo, do you want to partner up?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool, whatever." Um, and we started doing the moves. And he just, but by the way, I own a gym. I hear you're a PT. I own a gym. So I mean, we can talk about it later if you want. I was like, "What? No way! That's fucking sick. I want to own a gym." And to be honest, he didn't really. Um, he didn't like the conversation didn't really go as like, "Oh, I'm inviting you to come and work as a PT at my gym." It was more like he asked if I. He said, "I heard you're a PT." I was like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "I own a gym." I was like, "Oh, so maybe he's just bragging," which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I'd totally do the same. But I was like, "Is he just mentioning that to be cool? Because it is cool." Or is he like being like, "Yo, we need PTs, or you can come PT here?" I was like, "I don't know." Seems like a cool guy. Seems like a cool gym. He told me the name, and I looked it up after training, and it's actually a fucking. I think a lot of the time when people tell me they have something or a business or anything, or yeah, I mean mostly a business that involves like some element of branding. I'll look at the business. I'll be like, yeah, this is a bit shit. But this gym is really cool. The branding is fucking. I think it's amazing. And he told me that they had they've capped members. They can't get any more members because there's no fucking room for them, which is basically success. I was like, wow, that's fucking really cool. Um, he's got like a team of 6 other people, and he's just a geezer, isn't he? So I'd be wise to keep him around and learn some gems and pearls of wisdom from him. I thought that was bloody awesome. So yeah, after training, I think I had some coffee for a little bit with my mate. I think we ran off to a little coffee shop round the corner because we wanted to be alone. Because sometimes people follow you and you're like, oh man, you don't really add to the conversation. You just talk about yourself and make it weird. But with my friend and I mean, I can definitely say I enjoy the conversations. I feel like he enjoys the conversations because he keeps going out for conversations with me, and we stay like an hour after training in a fucking coffee shop. So I assume he does enjoy the conversations. Went to work afterwards, 5 till midnight. It was all right. Don't you? I have zero memory of that shift. To be honest with you, fucking hell. It was over a week ago now. To be fair, woke up the next day at like fucking 11. Missed training annoyingly because I'm a cunt. Had breakfast. I mean, you know, I kind of set myself up for failure there. You know, I knew I was working until at least midnight, and I said I was going to wake up at 7:30. So that's assuming I get home. I'm probably in bed at around 1:30/2 after work. So yeah, saying being up at 7:30 is kind of unrealistic. So in future, I probably won't set those for myself because it's just bloody unrealistic, I suppose. And I'm starting to realise that I might need to set myself like 9 hours of sleep at least, which is depressing because that's a lot of time. But 8 hours just isn't enough. Like when I let myself sleep, it's at least 9 hours. And if I sleep 7 or 8 hours and I wake up with an alarm, I still feel really tired. So that's my body telling me that's the fucking number, motherfucker. So I guess I have to play by those rules that I can't change for now, which is a shame. But yeah, um, yeah, that's it, man. That was the Tuesday morning. Went met my sister's boyfriend, the same geezer I went travelling with. I haven't seen him in months, so we're like, oh, let's have a little coffee. And we actually ended up going up to Camden to do some Christmas shopping, and met up with him in the coffee shop in the hometown. And he actually opened up with some relationship problems he's been having, which is awkward because he's in a relationship with my sister. I'm like, Jesus, I wouldn't have thought you really talked to me about this, but okay. And I was surprised to hear they had issues, to be honest, because they look like a very happy couple. They're always doing things together on the weekend, posted about it, all smiling. So I was surprised to hear they have problems, but I think they're going to be alright. I don't know. We went to Camden. Got it reminded me of travelling. This guy he was, oh, let's go to this shop, and then just looks, doesn't buy anything. Oh, let's go to this shop. It's just it got when I was travelling, it got quite annoying, and I told him that he was annoying me. And fucking hell, the noise of my own voice is pissing me off right now. This fucking block nose, but we keep going. Oh my god, I feel like fucking punching a bag. I'm annoying myself. Anyway, God, it's diabolical. Um, we stopped for lunch. There's no shortage of food in this fucking Camden markets, and as we're waiting in line, some fucking girl collapses, smashes her head on the fucking concrete, and I'm like, oh. Um, I sort of stepped out. Somebody had already put her in recovery position. I was like, all right, cool. I called the fucking ambulance, and the ambulance is like, "Can you tell me your precise location?" I'm like, look, don't act like you don't know exactly where I am to a fucking pinpoint location, okay? I was like, look, okay, fine. I was looking around, I was describing my surroundings. I was like, does anybody have the address? And then I thought that was really shit. Like, we definitely have the technology for these like first responders to locate you from your call. Why do I have to, in a moment like this, start fucking fumbling around for a fucking address? It's the first time I've ever been there in my life in that specific location. I don't know the address. Who knows the address of everywhere they go 24/7? Anyway, I asked one of the security guards for the address, and then the girl who's passed out on the floor, her mother said to me, "Oh, we don't need an ambulance." And I was like, "Are you sure?" Because your girl is staring into the sun with her eyes wide open. She's trying to swallow her tongue, and she just smashed her head on the concrete. Are you sure you don't need an ambulance to at least maybe scan her brain? Because she smashed her head on the floor. No, we don't need an ambulance. I was like, alright then, fuck you. Hung up the phone and walked off. Whatever. Had some really weird, like, roast wrap, which is like roast lamb in a fucking Yorkshire pudding, which is baked in a sort of shape where you could hold it and eat it. Yeah, it was weird, but it was nice. It was alright. It was alright. It was like 11 quid, fucking rip off, whatever. I ended up buying my sister a little bag. I bought my older sister two presents this year because I am a wanker and I didn't buy her a present last year. And yeah, so two this year, bitch. So now she never even mentioned it, but I feel like I'm a bad person for not getting her anything. We didn't even fall out or anything. I was just a lazy cunt. Anyway, after coming back home with my sister's boyfriend, I was like, "Yo, do you want to come gym with me, man? Because I know he's going gym." And he's like, oh yeah, maybe. And then I was like, oh, he's gonna flake out. I can see it. And he's like, oh, I probably won't go gym, bro. I was like, alright, whatever. Went gym myself, had a decent session. Don't really remember it, to be honest. I'm doing my own sort of workout routine this week. It's a new thing. I now know that it's not quite sustainable, to be honest. But hey, we try it. We know, and whatever. And it wasn't a fair test because I finished the workout routine whilst I was very ill. So maybe it's actually a great thing if I have the time for it at least. Jiu-Jitsu on Wednesday. I have this written down, but I don't think I went to that. I don't think that happened. I wanted it to happen, but I don't think it did for whatever reason. Nothing happened on Wednesday. I didn't fucking write shit on this day, which doesn't help, but that's fine. Saves time on the video. Thursday, woke up, porridge, Nutella, work at 12 till 4. It's a fucking stupid. Sorry, yeah, 12 till 4. It's a stupid shift. Don't know why they had me in. It was quite busy, but I'm like, why do I have such a short shift? Why can't you make it a bit more worth my time? Give me an extra 2 hours or something. But yeah, they didn't. This week I tried to. Oh, what an epic fail. This week I added like work windows where I would work. I wanted to do at least 10 hours of work towards my craft this week. And to be honest, by Wednesday I completely forgot about it and I wasn't checking. Um, which is an epic fail, and I'm not very happy about that. But I suppose I'll try again next week. Didn't do much work this week for my own business. Kind of a waste of a week, really. Um, but I felt okay, you know. When I say I felt okay in the moment. But when I have like thoughts to myself, the continuous failure to live up to my own tasks and expectations does make you feel pretty shit. As a person as a whole, I'm quite confident, but at the back of your head, that does eat away at you a little bit, and that's one of the reasons why it gives me a little bit of faith, because I know that this can't continue for much longer, because it does chip away at you. You're like, dude, what is wrong with me? Why do I keep fucking up and failing myself? When am I going to stop this? And it will happen one day. I will find a reason, like a way that it works for me. I mean, I'm continually trying new things, but I'm just not finding a way for it to gel here. I mean, yeah, I will find a way because it's not fun living like this. Um, was supposed to have a PT on Saturday morning, but the guy cancelled on me. So went to work at 12 on the Saturday, finished at 6. It was quite a nice shift. Got home, brushed my hair a little bit, went out to another school reunion. Yeah, oh yeah, so if you listen to the first video I ever made, which is a year ago today, I touched on um, going to the school reunion. So that was obviously a year ago now. We had another school reunion, and it was lovely. I got loads of compliments. Apparently, I look massive now. I was like, fucking hell, you're massive, mate. I was like, oh, thanks, guys. I felt like I was living everyone's fucking dream, You go to a school reunion, everyone's like showering you with compliments. But it did feel a little bit weird in the end. I was like, alright, this is a bit odd. They were trying to like pull my shirt up. It sounds like I'm chatting so much shit, but this actually happened. Um, yeah, there was actually one girl there, and I was like, oh, she's actually kind of hot. She was hot in that weird indie way. She's not like magazine cover hot. She's hot in a weird way, the same way the girl that I went travelling was hot. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And she told me her name. I don't really fucking remember it anymore. But I was just carrying on catching up with all my other mates because she went to like the second part of school that I wasn't a part of. But she was still there for school. I was like, oh, I never met this girl, but she's hot. And then just at the end of the night, I said to one of my mates, I was like, what was her name again? And he told me, and he was like, why are you gonna chat to her? I was like, yeah, maybe. Why? And he was like, I said to him, why are you? And he was like, yeah, but it's fair game, innit? I was like, no, man, get the fuck out of here. Don't be like that. It's the bro code, bro. You got it first. I'm not gonna chat. I'm not gonna step on your toes, bruv. And I dapped him up. I was like, in my head, I was like, oh fuck. I know that he's probably gonna fumble the bag anyways, but it's a shame that I had to fucking slip up on that. But I don't regret it because those are my fucking morals. I'm not a cunt. I'm not gonna mess it. Like I'm not gonna. It bros before hoes. As simple as that. It's not really my bro. I don't know him that well. I've known him for a long time, but we don't really talk. But I think he's a geezer. He's a bisexual as well, so he has double the chance of getting over it, I suppose. Not really sure if that maths is out, but whatever. Oh yeah, I have an LGBTQ friend. Boom. So yeah, the meeting was cool. Left. Right in the next door, there's a restaurant that I used to work in, and my sister currently works in. I walked in there. I was like, "Yo, what's up?" Chatted to her for a little bit for the first time in ages again, and one of the owners was there. This Albanian geezer, and he's got hella influence. He's like a doctor many times over, as in like a PhD, multiple time PhD geezer. He's also got a chair at some big tables in. I don't want to say not Parliament. That's the wrong one, but he has some influence, and he asked me about police, and I think it was my sister actually in front of him, and I was like, no, the fucking diversity laws basically said I couldn't get in, and he was like, what? He says, give me your phone number. I'll fucking talk to someone for you. I was like, really? I didn't realise it worked like that. I thought it was too big of a corporation for friends and that, but he assured me. So I've got his number. I'm gonna text him after the Christmas period. But yeah, cool geezer. I love seeing him. And yeah, sometimes I feel like going back there for a shift a week, but it's just I don't need more hours. I need to put more hours into my own job. But yeah, uh, went to work at 4 o'clock and finished at 10. It was well alright. Wasn't really. Yeah, the Sunday shift was fucking sound. Uh, yeah, it was lovely. I thought about talking about another girl, but it's just I'm such a dog. Oh yeah, there was this one girl on Saturday. Oh yeah, there was another one on Sunday. They're all special in their own way. Listen to me, I'm pathetic. But the one on the Sunday is actually she's absolutely gorgeous. It's unreal. Um, but yeah. Anyway, enough of that. What did I say last year? Just get on with your own thing. It's easier. Fuck these hoes, man. Oh my days, how funny would it be if in another year's time I'm like, yeah, so I just listened to last year's video, and yeah, that girl I mentioned, we went away together, and yeah, it didn't work out. I'm really sad. That would be ridiculous. You can't even learn from your fucking mistakes. What's wrong with you? Yeah, Sunday, that was it. That marks the end of the week and the end of this video. Thanks for coming along this year-long journey with me. Will we continue into the new year? We don't know yet. Maybe not. But thanks, it's been emotional.